everybody! It's 5 o'clock. It's a new week. Another week. The quarantine continues. How are you guys doing? People are losing it. It's all coming undone. Oh my God. Can you believe we've been at this for like all this time? Oh my God. This is week 6? Week 6, I think this is. I lost track. It all seems the same to me. Let me lower this a tad. We got the music going. And what's up, DBG? We got the Dan Bordy Gecko online. How is everybody doing? Oh my God, let's do a little check-in. I hope you guys are doing okay. Oh my God. I'm gonna get started with a very important topic. Everyone can relate to it. 4 ways. 4 ways. 1, 2, 3, 4 ways that you can tell that you're gonna be like, dude, I need a change in my life. And I'm sure, like, this quarantine, my God, has put people in a state of reevaluation of their life. Like, if you're in a relationship and you're on the fence, you're probably gonna leave it after this. And vice versa. If you're in a relationship and you're like, man, I should marry this person, like, you're gonna propose. When this thing is over, I can't even imagine what's gonna be, what people are gonna do. People are gonna be like, yeah, they made me not have a job anymore, so I'm gonna start a business. All these new things. Whenever upheaval happens, the other side, new things, new exciting things. So please know that if you're watching this and you're just like, dude, my life right now is a cluster fuck, that's when you know something else on the other side of that is going to come through for you. It happened to me. I'm going to share what that was about as we continue. So let's just dive on in. I am Lisa Concepcion, certified professional love life coach and founder of Love Quest Coaching, where every day I offer a free love life assessment. You can go over there to see that and take it and enjoy. And I basically get all your information. You tell me what's up with you. I answer specific questions and give you some tips and insights so that you can make some changes now. So today I am on here to talk a little bit about, 4 ways to tell where you're like, all right, it's time for a change. And I'm going to give you the 4 things of the many that happened to me back in 2010 and then 2015. It was like a double whammy. And I reinvented my life, completely changed my life. So figured I'd come on, share a little of that, see how we do. First one is you feel disconnected from yourself. So here you are living life, thinking everything is lovely and it's all right, but you're like disconnected from yourself. Like you feel like there's more, like there's something more than what it is you're living. And you're just like, I'm doing all the right things. Like I have a job and I have my friends and I have my family and I have my house and my life, but there's something nagging at you that you're like, but it's not enough. Like I feel like there's something more for me and I'm not paying attention to what that is. That's a sign. That's a sign, like a restlessness at your soul level, deep inside. You're like, this is on the surface. This is okay, but like inside, not hitting it. It's not hitting it. And sometimes you feel this in a relationship. You'll be in a relationship and you're like, this person is perfect on paper. On paper, look, I have my list. They have everything, tick, tick, everything I want, tick, tick, tick. But for some reason, it's just not hitting it for you. This can happen in any aspect of your life. So when you're seeing that, it's a sign that you are in for a massive change. You need a massive change. You're too cushy and comfortable. Time to shake shit up so that you can grow, so that you can bloom. You can move on to something else more exciting, more aligned with what your soul's calling is truly about. So that was number 1. Number 2, you feel unhappy, you're set off really easily, you're always in this perpetual state of overwhelm, anxiety, depression, or like you just want to knock someone on their ass. Like if any of those are happening where you just have a short fuse and you're just easily set off, either crying or, oh, I'm going to kick some ass, like any kind of those low vibration, chronic low vibration emotions, that is a sign that you are in need for a change, honey. That's what happened to me. I was in New York City. I was commuting to work twice per day. I was going and coming an hour and a half of dealing with assholes, and it was the worst. Let me real quick handle these notifications, because I am not about that life, not when I'm doing the live. Let's do this. Let's get this sorted. But I said, you know what? I can't keep living my life like a person who's ready to punch somebody out all the time. So that commute that I was doing, it was breaking me down. It was so not aligned with the kind of person that I truly was inside. This is me inside. This is me inside, look. This, like, inside, palm trees, chilling on my balcony, nice little cold drink, dog lying right there. Like, that was the truth of Lisa, right? But I was ignoring that. I was ignoring the truth of who I really was, because I wanted a 6-figure income, a house in the suburbs, to be married, to be part of society and its trappings at the expense of what my heart was really telling me I wanted, how I really wanted to live. So I had to make some changes, honey bunnies, and it was awful. But on the other side of it, amazing. Changed my career, went through the awfulness of getting divorced, but now I'm very good friends with the ex-husband. We're like family, it's all good. Met Mr. S, beautiful relationship, super happy, like all good. But to get to the all good, I had to go through a shitstorm, honey. And when you're in the middle of a shitstorm, you don't stop. You keep going through to get to the other side. So when you're noticing that you're feeling disconnected from yourself and that there's a calling for you, and your soul is like, you gotta move, you gotta go here, you gotta go there, and you don't go, you will feel like shit. And you will make everyone around you pay for it. You will be short-tempered. You will be disconnected. You'll just be like, I don't even want to be here. And they're going to sense it. So, got to answer your true calling, and you got to go to where you're called. And sometimes I had a client. I had a mother-father client. And they had little kids under age 10. 2 of them, a boy and a girl. And the little one didn't start school yet, so that one wasn't really a big deal. But the other one was already in 2nd grade, 3rd grade. And they were like, oh my God, what about moving and pulling this kid out of school? And I'm thinking, oh my God, he's only like 9 years old, 8 years old, this kid. They're so resilient. He could reinvent himself. He can find all new friends. It's like parents get so bogged down in normalcy that they don't make decisions. They end up staying stuck. Oh, the kids have to finish school. Your kids are 3 and 8. What are you doing? This is the time to move. This is the time to reinvent. And they did it. And they ended up doing it. The whole process, they were coaching with me for 6 months. From the time that they were kicking around the idea to the getting the courage and the guts up to declare this to their families that they were going to move. And then to actually start putting the thing in place to try to move and do the new business that they wanted to do. All these moving parts. So I was there, thank God, to support them through it. It was wonderful, but they did it. And they went where they were called. They live wonderfully now. They're happy. They moved from Jersey to the Carolinas. They're happy there. They're having so much fun. And the girl already said, my client, the woman in the couple said, that the last time her parents came to visit them, they said, next time we come, we're going to look at property too, because we want to have like a summer house so we can come and spend the whole summer down here with you guys. So see how nice that is? My family moved. I moved to Miami. My mom and my stepdad, they are semi-retired now, living on a northern, like Tampa area. So everybody makes the move. When you take the lead, people will fall in line, but you have to make that move. If you're feeling like you're in a relationship and it's not serving you, you're at a job and it's boring and awful and you're like, this is bullshit. That inner thing, you got to go where you're called. You're going to feel disconnected from the truth of what it is that you know to be true for you. So there's that. And the second thing is you're chronically unhappy, chronically short with people, ready to kick the shit out of somebody on an any moment's basis. You feel overwhelmed. You're just on edge all the time. You don't have a sense of like, a sense of ease and flow and chill. You're like, any little thing is like ready to set you off. So when you feel that, that is a sign that you definitely need to make a massive change in your life. The third way you can tell that you're ready to make a massive change in your life is that you can't even think of an ideal future. You are so thick in your shit pit of reality that you can't even imagine a better life than this, which is really sad, because there is a better life. You shouldn't be stuck in a shit pit living a mediocre life. You're only here. I mean, one thing this coronavirus thing has forced us to do is really look at our lives and assess, are we really living the way we should be living? I asked this question the other day. I said, if you knew that today was the last day that you were going to be in this body, on this earth, in this form, can you say that you are absolutely living your life the way you want to go out? And you can say, I did everything I wanted to do. I loved the way I wanted to love. I had adventures. I'm fulfilled. I live good. I could peace out tomorrow and be like, I did some shit. I'm good. Are you or no? Something to think about, right? Something to think about. So if you're feeling that you can't even think about an ideal future, you know, this happens a lot of people that I coach when it comes to career, where I'm just like, you know, so why aren't you dating? And they're like, well, I don't really like what I'm doing for work, and I don't really like where I live. So maybe that's, you know, kind of part of why I'm bringing this vibe, this negative vibe to the dating scene. I'm like, you think? You know, people need to understand that the way you feel, it's an energy that you're giving to other people. So if you're not liking your job, if you're not liking where you're living, if you're not liking your surroundings, honey, you got to do something about this. You can't stay stagnant. That's a sign of no growth. And that, either, honey, we're growing or we're dying. So if you're not making moves and doing things, you may as well sign it up. Corona, here I come, because what's the point? You're not living. So if you're not living, you're on your way to death. So while you're here, you need to live your best life, your best life. That's why I'm out here. I'm out here all the time. Look how tan I am. I'm out here with my laptop and my phone, coaching people, getting sun, chilling. Why? Because I want to live amazing. I don't just want to be like, yeah, you know, each day is like it melts into the next. You know, I do this, I do that. It's the same shit every day. I live that way. It's a terrible way to live. I lived like that. It was awful, awful. But now it's adventures. Every day there's something else to do, right? Every day there's another person, another thing, another creation. And you know what? You can create that for yourself. There's no reason you can't. If you're in a relationship and it's shitty, get out of it. If you're in a job that you hate, this is the time. Make your move. Do something with yourself. So the other reason that you can really identify that you're like, all right, I really need a change, is this feeling, like a feeling of stuckness. Like you're stuck and you feel it physically, like in your body. You might have dull headaches, migraines. Maybe you're having issues with sleep. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to how your body is responding to the life that you've created. Oh my God, in New York, because it was always so cold, I was always so freezing, my neck, my upper back, my posture, I was always like, ooh, always so tense and always so cold. When I moved here, oh my God, it was like I opened up. It was like, yes, I am at the beach every day. Oh my God, this is the best. Sleeping with the balcony open. I mean, I felt like I was on vacation all the time when I moved here. I still do. I live my vacay life. So I made that decision though. And I'm telling you, it did not come with no discomfort. It was completely discomfort. I had to leave behind everything. I had to leave behind everything that was familiar and safe in order to step into this new version of who I would become. So I shared with my client the story, Google it if you want, of how, it's kind of graphic and crazy if you see the videos on it, of how caterpillar becomes butterfly. And let me tell you, what drama. Oh my God. Like the little caterpillar, it's in this cocoon and it's trying to become, and the wings and the body and the stretching of that, like it's becoming something else. And through that journey, it is completely uncomfortable. But once you break out, and then you're like, look at me, I got my wings, I'm ready to fly, then you thrive, and then you never look back, and you're just like, wow, like I'm a different person now. So I wanted to jump on here today because, you know, coronavirus has everybody sheltered and really going inward, right? You're forced to be with yourself. And you could either make the most of that or you could squander it. So the people that I'm hanging with, the people that I'm coaching, they are making the most of it. I have 3 clients right now, I have more than that, but 3 in particular who are 100% focused on reinvention. So I have, you know, other ones focusing on dating stuff, other ones focusing on breakups and detoxing from divorces and breakups and things. And with the quarantine, it's nuts. But I'm helping out everybody. And this thing of reinvention, oh my God, people getting uncomfortable, trying to become something else, a different version of themselves, a truer, more authentic version of who they are. There's who they are being, and then who they truly want to be. And that is magic. When you really answer that within yourself, and you look at the different aspects of your life and you're like, you know what, honey? I had this other client, she said to me, Lisa, I've been working from home for 6 weeks. You think I'm gonna go back to an office after this? Hell no. She's like, I'm up for a review, a promotion, and she said, I am gonna negotiate, not with money, honey, but with my time. I'm gonna say, listen, if you can't give me additional money, then that's cool, but you know what? I want to come into the office twice a week. I don't want to come in every day. I already proved that I can manage my team via Zoom. I can manage my whole thing. I mean, I'm like, good for you. She's like, yeah, because you know what? I was up. She told me she started getting up at 6 a.m. and she had all of this time for herself. She's like, I switched my whole thing. I started working out. I just feel amazing. And she's like, I did meal prep. I started to just really journal and look out for me and the life that I want to create. And she has this desire to buy real estate, like a rental property that she can make money on. And she says, because I'm able now to be more efficient with how I work, she goes, I have my Zoom call in the morning. I tell my team everything that we need to do for the day and for the week. And then we check in with each other on text and online. We are on point, and now she's like, I was free to go look at property. I was free to look at my finances and really determine like what kind of move I'm gonna make. And I said, that's it, that's what it's all about. But she said, very uncomfortable to have that conversation with her employers because they're very corporate. They like shit done a certain way, and these companies, you know, if they're not like right here, like you have to be right under their nose so they can see every move you make, they're not going to be happy. But she said that over the 6 weeks, she's really proved that she can develop a system. And, you know, we helped her organize her time. I helped her chunk out her day because she was corporate and then came home and she was like, oh my God, I'm working for myself. I'm like all over the place. She needed some structure. So we worked on that. She handled it. And now she's like, this is the change I want to make. I want to work, but I want to change the way I work. I do not want to go into the office the complete 5 days per week. I don't want to sit in traffic. I don't want to live that life. And she felt that life is too precious. This is how these times, these upheavals in life, in this case, coronavirus, massive upheaval. I mean, if you're going through this and it didn't help you inspire you to look at your life and look at like how you're living and if you like it, then honey, you got to get off the Netflix and you got to go into yourself because this is an opportunity for massive, massive change and massive growth in your life. So are you guys thinking of something in your life that you're like, yeah, when this thing is over, I am going to make a change, and this is how I'm going to make this change. Comment below, give this a like, give this a share. I'm sure there are people in your circles that need this information, might feel inspired by it, but listen, life's too short for bullshit. And when this thing is over, a lot of people are going to be leaving relationships, they're going to be leaving jobs, they're going to be changing the way they work, changing their friendships, changing how their family deals with them. Change is inevitable. If you're not changing, you're dying. If you're not changing, you're not growing. So I'm hopeful that you love this message today, and tomorrow I will come with another. If you are interested, I am offering a 90-minute one-on-one coaching session for those who are having struggles with either corona crazy, career, figuring out their deal with relationships. They want to break some patterns so that in the coming weeks when they reemerge into dating again, they're doing it from a strategic, very clear, powerful place. I'm also helping people navigate through divorce and breakups, using this time to get over that person and to get back in tune with themselves. So I got it all going on, and I'd love to work with you. So if you or a friend of yours needs this information and thinks that they can value heavily at this time in your life, just to kind of rejigger what's been going on, start something fresh and new, let's connect. I adore you. I will see you again tomorrow. Safety, best wishes, much health, and love to all. Bye.